This week's tapping tip of the week features the koala, and I just want to share a little story with you about how I was inspired to share the koala this week. As you know, I always look for like signs and hints and inspirations each week to create this tapping tip with a choices setup statement and a choices tapping script. And as you can see, this little koala is so cute, just hanging out in the branches, just relaxing. And it's funny because I feel like, although I don't live somewhere where I can actually see koala bears in person, which I wish I did, I have to visit Australia or something soon. But I definitely see them like on television programs and online. And I saw a koala bear running one day, and I thought it was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Like, it was so cute. And it was actually a baby koala bear. So while sometimes they do run, obviously, and they can move fast, but I think that we can really imagine them mostly when they're just relaxing in trees and they look very, at ease. So I felt like the koala was a really great inspiration for just choosing to slow down, right? Like, the inner child learned from whatever experiences it had that whether it's the family system or just mimicking the adults, it's just a response, to circumstances that, I've got to stay in a hurry. If I slow down, I'm not safe, right? So that's the theme here, is that when we create choices, right? The choices tapping is meant to just open a window for new possibilities. It's meant to create a nice little bridge from, say, where we are currently in our beliefs and in our body's response to things and where we want to be. So it's just a lot easier to say, maybe, like, I choose something rather than I am doing this, because we can have resistance come up when we say an affirmation that doesn't feel true to us. Even though we want it to be true intellectually, our body may not yet believe it due to past experiences. So we do the choices setup statement and choices and safety in our phrases when we're tapping. Okay, so let me also share something real quick, because there was one more koala inspiration. I'm going to stop sharing my screen here, and I'm going to show you this. I had this really beautiful tarot card deck by Radley Valentine. It's the Animal Tarot. Let me see if you can see that. And I had drawn this card the other day, and it's a koala. And so the theme here in this card, this is, again, Radley Valentine Animal Tarot cards. And it's also like a rest and relaxation. Don't jump in and make decisions, but just rest and relax more, and answers will come. So I thought that was also really appropriate. Great. So why don't we go ahead and do our tapping together? It's just going to be one quick round, but you can go ahead and tap with me now. Okay. So we're going to tap on the side of the hand. Even though I'm in a hurry, I choose to slow down and trust the process. All right. Eyebrow point. I feel so much pressure to move faster. Side of the eye. I'm afraid things won't work out if I slow down. Under the eye. My inner child feels anxious and hurried. Under the nose. Maybe slowing down is exactly what I need. On the chin. I might be ready to trust the process. Collarbone. I choose to feel calm and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. Under the arm. I give myself permission to rest and recharge. Top of the head. I embrace the power of slowing down, knowing I'm always supported. Take a deep breath. Wonderful. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.